Hi guys, so I am outside captain seats. You might have seen that in a previous video, and just behind me is the van of Mr. SpyderLEE. He's just actually getting out now, and so today we are going to do a van tour of SpyderLEE's VW T5 camper. Let's do it. This is my good friend SpyderLEE.
How you doing?
Yeah,
you all right?
You all right, mate?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sweet, so we're going to do a little van tour. It's been a long time coming. I wanted to do it on the channel for a little while, of your T5 project.
Yeah, we'll have a look around.
I'll jump behind the camera, and why don't you just tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, we'll go around and have a look.
Sweet.
I bought this van as quite a dodgy looking shuttle. It was a 9-seater shuttle when I got it. It had a really rough life. It's high mileage. It's done 230,000 miles now. I think it'd done about 205, I think, when I bought it. The first thing I did was I stripped everything out the back, sold the seats on, and I bought those wheels with the money. The paintwork was a bit dodgy on it. It looked like somebody cleaned it with a Brillo pad. All the lacquer and everything was scratched. So what I decided to do was I painted it myself, the Indian grey from the new T6, I think it is. I'm not a painter, I've not done a perfect job of it, but it looks better than what it did before. If we have a look around the front, I've changed the headlights, I've put a black grille on it because it did have the chrome bits on it, so I got rid of all the chrome, and I've fitted a dogging bar down at, a light bar, so we can see where we're going at night, and a couple of racing stripes just to give it an extra bit more power. I've changed the mirrors for facelift mirrors because they're even, whereas the original ones, they kind of get one big one and one little one, and they look a bit odd, so I needed to change those. Obviously we've just seen the wheels, 20-inch they are. Side rail bars was already on. I've just refurbished those and just made them a bit better because one was bent. We've got the roof rack on top with the two solar panels. I can't remember what size they are. I think one's 200 watt and one's 150 watt, maybe. I can't remember. We've put a nice little decal down the side just to kind of break it up a little bit. That was just a random one. I get asked about that a lot, actually. That was just a random one off of eBay, and I asked him to make it the size that I wanted it to be so it fit in that gap. Around the back we've got the Fiamma Carry Bike Pro. I wanted that one because it's high up. It's a bit more like the proper Volkswagen one, but it was about half the price. So anything that's cheap does me. That's about it for the outside. Shall we have a look in the cab? This whole cab area was a complete mess when I got it. It was literally everything that could have been broken was. So a lot of these little bits here, I've changed them for new ones. I've coloured this dash. This is actually the same colour as my MR2. It's a bit dusty at the minute and there's no sun on it, so you can't really see, but this is a candy red. And I've changed all these areas as well. The entire dashboard, I've gone over that with a vinyl paint. It's like a spray paint. You paint it on really finely and it dyes the colour of the dashboard, because this was scratched to death and looked a mess. And I've changed the steering wheel for a Golf GTI one, or Golf GT one. And just recently I've had fitted some new seats by Captain Seats. These are really spanky. These actually put the rest of the cab to shame now. I need to do a bit more work in here and make it nice. Let's have a look inside, shall we? Right, this inside, I've built it all myself from scratch. The only bit I didn't do was these seat covers here, these cushions I bought off of eBay. There was like a ex-stock kind of thing. So I bought these cushions first, then this bed frame I built around the cushions, and then I built these cupboards out to where the bed went. So everything started from the bed cushions themselves. These cupboards was built out of lightweight ply in driftwood colour, and then I just got some knock-on edging and things like that. They're not perfect, I'm not a carpenter, but to be honest, I was trying to build as much as I could myself and save as much money as I could. Right, in here we've got the Smev oven and sink. It's empty, it's got no water in it. Right, I built a little shelf up the top just to give me a little bit more storage, so when I go away I just cram little bits and bobs in there, and it gives me quite a bit of extra decent storage actually. Over here we've got a television. I don't actually use it, but it's there just in case. What I normally do is, this is one of those smart TVs, and I connect it up to the hotspot on my phone and watch Netflix on it. Down here I've got the usual Dometic fridge. It doesn't want to open. Full of Diet Coke, because I do need a diet. Now down here I fitted under the seat a plainer diesel heater. This is great, this thing. This is awesome in winter. Up here I've got the control for it. This is a climate control, so you literally just set the temperature what you want. It's also got a timer on it as well, so you can make it come on and off with a timer. In here we've got the gas. That has got a soak away at the bottom, because some people do ask, and that is drilled to the outside of the van. And a fire extinguisher, because you never know when you might need it. This cupboard has got a few bits in. It's got the fresh water and the wastewater, which is accessible from the second sliding door. Because this is a shuttle, it's got sliders both sides, so you can get to these from the other side. The same as the gas bottle as well. It's easier to change the gas from the other side. In here I've got the emergency toilet. You never know when you might need it. And I've got a little storage cupboard there for some plates and pans and things. These are awesome. This is what you want. This is a Ridge Monkey. These are great for toasted sandwiches. Right, over here we've got the NASA power monitor. This just monitors the levels of the battery. I can also check between the starter battery, which is the ST, and the leisure battery. This tells us whether it's discharging or charging. It's discharging at the minute because we've got a few lights on and the sun's not that bright. It's also got amps per hour. What you can do with this is you reset it at a particular time. If you just press and hold, and it resets it, and then over a certain amount of time it'll tell you whether it's putting more in than what it's taking out, or it's taking out more than what it's putting in. So this is good if you're out for like a week or something. This will tell you whether your solar panels are keeping up with how much power you're using. And this time one, this tells us how much power we've got left in the battery at any set time. I've also got in this corner a little pop-up socket for when I'm on hookup lead. I've never used it because I've never been on hookup, but I stole that off of GDUBTV, this idea. It's quite nice and tucks away nicely. I've got a couple of USB sockets. Oh. This thing down here is quite a useful bit of kit. This is a multi-gas sensor. So this will sense for propane, carbon monoxide and narcotic gas. So this monitors everything. This is really good. You need one of these in your van. In here we've got some storage for the wardrobes. You can see the one from the back, from the outside. And I've also got, behind all that, I've got all the electrics. There's some little access panels at the back, and my leisure battery is down at the bottom underneath it all, which there's a little panel you can lift up to get to. Right, this bed, I looked for a few designs on the internet just to see what else everybody was making, see what it looked like. I based the sizes of it off the width of these cushions, and then I worked it out. There's one thing I wanted different though to everybody else, was I didn't want front legs on it, because I didn't want them scraping across the floor. So what I did is I fitted linear sliding rails to it. So all we do now is just move this across, pull the bed, and it goes straight down. And as you can see, it's all open underneath, there's no legs on it, and it's rated to 350 kilos, I think it is. To get the bed back up again, we literally just pull it in the corner over there, and we've got a gas ram to help it up the rest of the way. And then it clicks back into place. Right, there's a few things in the back. If I open this up, you'll see on the back of the door there's a little shelf. This shelf matches up to the back of this seat because I kept losing all my cushions down the back of it, so I made this. On the back door here, we've got a table that clicks into place. I'll show you how it goes inside. We just press this button and open the leg up, and this bit clips onto this rail. Just like that. And then we can move it backwards and forwards to wherever we want it. And it locks on, so you can leave it on if you want to. But I don't, I usually put it round the back. And all this is just another way into the wardrobe, which you can get from the side. And in the bottom there, this is just some storage. This goes right back to the leisure battery, if you can see it there. And that's about it. The only thing I'm missing is a pop-up top, which I'll get round to eventually.
So there we go, guys, that's SpyderLEE's van. I hope you have enjoyed seeing it as much as I have. Guys, please do like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. It really does make a massive difference, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Let's do it.